Okay, guys, now that you're funded, now what? So, first off, you have to accept that you will risk much less than what you would have for your challenge or for your verification. And why is that? Because our goal when you have a funded account is not to immediately start making lots of money. The first goal should be to preserve our capital preservation. And how do we do that? By risking less. Because if we risk less, we have a lower chance of blowing our accounts. Yeah, what are the cons? You have a lower percent gain, but which is better? Would you rather have a lower percent gain or would you rather have a blown account? So you start off risking much less than you would have because first starting off is you want to aim for that refund. You want to get back your initial investment in that challenge. You want to get that refund with alongside first goal. Get that refund along with a little payout. If you come with the mindset that you are going to make money the moment you get your funded account, you're going to blow your account because this has happened to everyone that I have seen in this industry is they get their funded account and they blow it. They blow it. I would say 70 to 80% of people who get their first funded account blow it because of greed. And it makes sense. For example, if you have a 100K or 200K account and you're risking 1 to 2% per trade or 1%, that's the same as risking 1,000 to make 2,000 with a 1 to 2. And you're thinking, oh, I can make $2,000 right now from this trade. I'm about to be rich. But if you come with that mindset, you will eventually blow that account. Like I said, the goal is to preserve your capital at first. We want to survive before we can thrive. So the first goal is to get that refund along with a little payout. Or what some people actually do is people who have patience, people who are playing the long game is they risk less and at a certain point where they're satisfied with their profits, they'll stop trading or they'll just stop trading and secure that refund alongside with their little payout. So now that you pass the first goal and you get your refund with your little payout, the second is then you can start to trade risking whatever you want. What I would recommend is you risk a little until you create a buffer. This is the best way to make sure you don't blow your account. So what I mean by risk a little, you can risk 0.25% to 0.5% or even less if you would like, if you're that patient, which most people will not be risking less than 0.25% in their funded account. So you start risking 0.25% to 0.50% until you're up, I would say around 2 to 3% or 2 to 4%. It all depends on you. But at the minimum, at least be up 2% on the account before you start risking more than 0.5%. At least 2% in profits before you start risking 1%. And for the people who start out risking 1%, that's you're gonna not that you're gonna end up blowing it, but there is a very, very, very good chance you just start off ending up blowing it because it's your first funded account. So obviously your trading psychology is not there. If you just start risking a lot, risking 1% or more, and say for example you're down 4%, you start worrying, you start doing bad trading psychology, you start risking more, you start just doing irrational actions which will lead to your account being sabotaged. So that's why you want to start risking less. You want to make that cushion. You want to have that safety net so you know you have peace of mind when you trade that even if I lose some trades, I will still have my account. So this is what the buffer is for. First goal, get that refund along with a little payout by risking very little. Second goal is to risk a little until you create a buffer. Like I said, 0.25% risk per trade idea until you're up at least 2% in profits before you start risking 1%. But this is at the minimum 2%. I would do more if you have a high funded account because you do want to create that buffer. Buffer/cushion. And like I said, you guys might think, oh, this is so excessive. Oh, this is going to take so much time. Oh, I want to start making money immediately. I want to be rich quick. Well, the only thing that's going to happen is if you try to be rich quick is you're going to end up being broke quick. Get rich quick does not work. You want to make sure that you have something sustainable. 0.25% per 0.50% risk per trade idea until you're up 2% profit before you start risking 1%. Minimum 2%. Ideally, I would say 3 to 4%, but it's up to you. And if you wish to start risking 1% when you're up 2%, then do you. But make sure you have that buffer at least. You need that buffer, because with that buffer, with that cushion, it gives you peace of mind that you're able to lose the next 2 trades before you're back to your original balance. And once you're back to your original balance, again, you have to create that buffer again. It might be a long process, but like I said, the goal is capital preservation, and the goal is to survive when you first get your funded account. After that, your third goal is get a payout and use that money to buy more challenges. And yeah, so then once you get a payout, then I feel like once you get a payout, you do have to create that buffer once again, starting off with a low amount of risk. So if you don't want to start that process again of creating a buffer, then just let it stay in your account. But you do want to get most people do want their payout and that money hitting their bank account. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys follow this, because this is what I do to make sure I have my accounts. Yeah, I won't be rich quick, but I know that in the long term, I will be rich for sure.